Welcome back, covering 20 key action items to increase sales. Before we get started, click the subscribe button, click the thumbs up, and click the alert button. Also comment if you're enjoying this video. Appreciate that. All of these things help with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're finding value in these videos, great to get that help in terms of the algorithm so we can keep it going. If you have not watched the sales success diagram video, the first one, you need to go and watch that afterwards. Although this item was important enough that I pulled it out separately here. This is keeping your activity high for number 6 here, right? Activity is everything. The other two, the A and the C, the other A and the C are very important also, but the activity is just something that you've got to keep going. And I covered it in a different manner in one of the prior videos in terms of setting aside daily time to have productive activity. You can go back and watch that video as well, but keeping your activity high, if you want to have higher success rate, you've got to have higher activity. There's really no magic about it, right? It's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery. There's a direct correlation to your sales activity with your sales success in terms of how much you're closing. The more you do, the more success you're going to have. If you have and we just talked about that in the last video series, 8 and 7, in terms of your close ratio. If you want to have more sales and you have a 10% close ratio, that means that if you want to have 10 sales a day, you've got to talk to 100 people. It's simple math, which means that your sales activity and your activity period has to be high. And so there's difference in terms of activity being high. You can do a lot of busy work, meaning that you go into the office and you straighten up the office, you clean the bathroom, and then if you don't have somebody hired to do that, you clean the kitchen, you wash out the dish. All those things need to be done, right? It's not productive sales activity, and you need to differentiate between what types of activities you're spending your time doing. And again, you need to be focusing on sales activities and keeping that activity high. That's what's going to increase your sales volume, especially if you have a lower, close ratio. You've got to really make sure you set aside dedicated time and make sure your activity level is high enough to sustain the close ratio and the business that you need to drive to keep yourself in business. It's that simple. So it's one of those things you've got to focus on, and why I pulled it out here is the second A. But I want to encourage you to listen to that whole video as well. Number 5, keep a full pipeline of prospects. The way you do that is by keeping your activity high. But there's also other things that you can do as well, right? That goes back to your marketing plan. You should be sending out mailers. You should be networking. It's the whole diet of everything that you're doing that's going to keep that pipeline full, right? It's the same thing with your close ratio. There's going to be certain activities that you conduct that keep that pipeline full. It may not just be all buying mailers, right? Or door hangers that you print off and go hang on people's doors, or, mailbox stuffers. You got to have a blended variety of things, because it's probably going to be seasonal. Sometimes people just get worn out of hearing from you in a certain way also. So you've got to have different avenues of being able to keep that pipeline full. And we talk about all of these things, these 20 key actions to increase your sales. That if you do these things, that's what's going to keep your pipeline of prospects full. So, again, simple things that you can do, but I want to encourage you, if you're not doing these things, pick two. Pick 2 of the 20 that we're talking about in this series, and try and implement them for 21 days straight, so that it becomes habit for you, for your business, for everybody in your business, right? And then also share the things that you're focusing on in your business. If you have a team that's working in your business, they should know what your values are in terms of sales, and hopefully everybody's helping you with that as well. But if you don't know what it is that you're trying to do for the next 21 days and sharing that with your team and team meetings and things, you're not going to get the help that you need also. Everybody should be buying into this and doing it as well. So just some things for you to think about here. Number 6 and 5, keep your activity high, keep a full pipeline of prospects. And if you are enjoying these videos, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, which is the thumbs up, and then also click the alert button. And then also, like I mentioned in the playlist in the description below, click that first video, the sales success diagram, to hear about AAC. We talked about all of those things, and number 6 is actually the activity circle there in blue. We'll talk to you next time.